this final segment of Cargo Forwarder Global, and I welcome at the Fraport stand here in Munich Joachim von Winning, Air Cargo Community Managing Director, and Felix Kreuter, right here, VP Freight and Logistics at Fraport. Mr. von Winning, what is the air cargo community? Because not many people do know this club.
Well, it's not a club, it's an industry association that was recently formed with all key cargo players at Frankfurt Airport. That includes the freight forwarders, airlines, cargo handlers, as well as service companies and the airport operator Fraport.
Do these guys help you in your development? What is their role from your standpoint, from your point of view?
For us, the air cargo community is very important for Frankfurt Airport for the future developments. So we were engaged in organizing to set up the cargo community, and we are strongly involved. So in order to further develop the whole location and to bring Frankfurt into the next generation of air cargo airports, it's crucial to have such a community.
So it's not just a club to discuss certain, let's say, topics, but you try to assist the Fraport people in doing things better, performing better, getting better infrastructure. Or what exactly is what are you aiming at exactly?
Not exactly assisting Fraport as the airport operator. It is for all the members of all the different categories in the association. Now, what we already established are different working groups that work, for instance, the working group on processes and infrastructure would develop for the whole supply chain processes and requirements for infrastructure, and then the airport operator or other members of the group, like a software infrastructure provider, IT infrastructure provider, would then realize for the benefit of the whole association. We also have a temperature controlled task force that does perishables and pharmaceuticals, where we work together on processes to ensure that time on tarmac is reduced, that ambient influence on the goods are reduced, as well as having processes that are first-class, world-class processes that are reliable and fast, and we are active in trying to get the right certification so the industry, the shippers, the freight forwarders can trust in Frankfurt Airport to deal especially with high value goods like pharmaceuticals in the right way. So it's more for the community, and Fraport is one of our 27 members.
You are one member, but at the end of the day you got to decide whether you renew infrastructure or whatever. What is most urgently to be done at Fraport at the Cargo City South, for instance, which is quite, let's say, quite crowded very often. You know, there's queuing up of trucks, etc. So something has got to be done to improve the situation together with these guys from the community.
I think we already did quite a lot in order to improve the crowded situation in Cargo City South. So we just opened new parking lot for trucks in Cargo City South, and the infrastructure is already in a very good shape, and we have already also enough space to further development for forwarding and cargo handling companies. But in order to optimize the processes, I think the next step we have to go all together is the collaboration between the partners, because there is still too much loss and efficiency between the different partners, and that's the way we want to improve our location, and that's also the way we are working together with the air cargo community at Frankfurt Airport.
So actively defending Fraport's leading role as the main cargo hub in Western Europe?
We are still the main cargo hub, and we will certainly remain at this position. But everybody has to evolve, and that's also the way we have to do it at Frankfurt Airport. And collaboration is simply the next generation for air cargo hubs in the world, because we are not an integrator hub where you have just one company who is responsible for the whole supply chain. In our industry, we are the main character is that we have different partners which has to work together, and they rely on each other, and therefore we have to join forces in order to bring the airport to the next generation of airports.
In about 2 years' time, the next fair here in Munich comes up, and I'm going to meet you guys once again and to see what has been established since today until then. I'm very, very excited to learn more on this. Thanks, gentlemen, very much for this interview, and all the best. I cross my fingers that everything comes true. Okay? Thank you very much.